Good morning, y'all. Hey, it's September the 8th, 2010. And this is Blue. I'm going to give you a few thoughts for this morning, September 8th. Primarily, I've been thinking about this little notion that I believe it was a Columbia professor, could be wrong about that, some economics idiot, who is going to tell us that when we take four of these and we make $1 and we got 75,000 of them a year, well, we should be happy. Yeah. Okay, now let's just take a look at this for a second now. I'm going to say this. Here's a penny. See that? Got Abraham Lincoln right there. Yeah, buddy. Good old honest Abe. Let me tell you something. If you ain't happy with one of these, you ain't gonna be happy with 75,000 big ones. I'm telling you right now, it's just not gonna happen. And I'll tell you why. And I'll look you straight in the eye. Happiness don't come from the amount of money you make. If you want to be happy, then you got to seek happiness, not dollar bills. You know, the whole idea that somebody's saying, oh, you're going to be happy at $75,000 tells me that, hey, maybe that's the amount of money they're going to make for the mark of the beast. There. Yeah, you think about it. I know some of y'all might not believe that stuff, but you just think about it. One of these days, they're going to be selling you, and they're going to say, you know what? You're not going to make any of these unless you become one of us. And, hey, we'll let you get $75,000 a year, and we've determined that should make you happy. So, sign right here, just a prick, a little bit of blood, and done deal. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, I believe happiness comes from, you know, where you are in your life. Are you secure? You're not going to be happy all the time now. You're going to go through the range of emotions. We all do. I mean, it's just simple. You're going to go through a range of emotions. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. You're going to be mad. You're going to be angry. And you're going to be joyful. And just all kinds of ranges of emotions because that's how we are made. You know. But I can tell you this much. I know someone very close to me that makes 75,000 big ones and a little bit more. I, on the other hand, don't make hardly anything. Now, I can't tell you I'm really happy, but I'm happy. Now, I can also tell you from what I see in this other person is there's a little bit of security there, you know, a little bit of, comfort. That's what I say. I think $75,000 a year, based on what you got going on, also where you live. I mean, my Lord, you could be making $75,000 a year and live in some of these areas and have 3 or 4 kids, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be like having $20,000 a year. By the time to take out taxes, by the time you pay to get around, by the time you deal with all the headaches and stuff, you're not gonna be happy one way or the other. Now, you could be making $75,000 a year where you're living in a $50,000 home to $100,000. They're out there somewhere, and half decent, and maybe even decent. You're gonna be, hey, you're gonna have a little extra change. You can help some folks as well as yourself. You're gonna be comfortable. That is the deal. The more money you make, you're gonna be comfortable. Of course, we all know this. We're not youngins here. Well, some of you might be, but when you make a certain amount of money, you tend to spend that money. You know, now some people, they brought up in the principles of saving and things like that, and they're really good at it. Then there's other people, they see a dollar bill and they're going to spend that dollar bill. I go to the dollar store with 4 of these because I can get something for $1. Now, the surprise comes in when I go up there and I say, here you go, here's your dollar. They go, no, $1.08. So I got to pull out 3 of these little gold things, copper things, and 1 of these. A nickel. Yeah. For $1.08. Because everywhere you live, you got to pay some taxes. And they take taxes out. So $70,000, $75,000 a year, someplace you can be happy if that's what makes you happy. Other places you're going to be stressed a little bit. And if you have 2 or 3 children, you're really going to be stressed. Now, or if you have some other kind of thing that you got to spend your money on, you know, it could be anything. But what should make you happy? Now, I've been homeless. You know, I can admit it. You know why? Because it was a learning experience. I've been homeless more than once. I rode a bicycle from Dallas, Texas to Virginia. I did so on faith. Didn't have much money. Started out with about $150. And the trip run me about $400 or more. And there were times I didn't have much. There was one time I didn't have anything. And, you know, my faith in what I could do in humanity and in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'll say it out loud because I ain't ashamed of it, I knew that I would be provided for. Now see, this is where the comfort comes in. If you're uncomfortable with one of these, you're going to be uncomfortable with 75,000 of these. I don't have a dollar bill. If I had a dollar bill, I'd show that to you. But anyway, I don't have it. I got 4 quarters, and I got some more, and I'm about to spend 4 of these, add another 2 to them, plus another 20 cents, and I'm getting me a tall cup of coffee. And don't really have to do that. I could save myself that money because I can make that coffee here. And I've got a couple of those tall cups somewhere, so I want to get out of here. I like getting out of the house every now and then, you know. Gives me an excuse. So, and then I get a little check mark, and one of these days I'm going to get a free cup of coffee. You know, I ain't got my glasses on. I'll be darned, I can't read this thing. I don't want to go too long. And we're at 8:08. I just want to say this. If you can be happy with nothing, you can be happy with everything. It's just a matter of where you are in your heart. You know, happiness for me comes from the fact that you can beat on me, you can do anything you want. Now I may complain, I may cry, and I may really just moan and groan. But I'm gonna tell you something. I know I'm secure. I know that in my life, when this life is over, no matter how it ends, I'm going to be one of the freest, richest persons ever, along with a whole bunch of others. And that's going to be a joyful day. It could be a joyful day for you too. And all I'm trying to tell you is this. Be happy with a cent. Be happy with $1. Be happy with whatever the good Lord provides for you, and hopefully you can provide for somebody else. We do it here. We try our best. That's all I got to say this morning pretty much. Although I will tell you, we used to take this to the candy store when we was youngins. We used to get a lot of candy. Times have changed. You used to be able to take 2 quarters and 2 pennies and get a Woolworths hamburger, fries, and a shake. That was in the 50s, late 50s. But that's what you used to be able to do. So I'll just let you know, you can be happy. It's up to you. And trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. Make him your best friend, because he'll be the one to make you happy whenever you need happiness. Now I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to say bye now.